Start stream. And then we're gonna start the overlay as well, and we need the alpha music, you know.
How was the game called again?
Which game?
With like the music you used.
What? What music?
The music you used for one of the lives, you know?
Oh, Age of War?
Yeah, Age of War.
That's a banger one. All right. Yeah, the stream overlay seems to be working. I always have to check it. It's so funny. Or is it working? The YouTube one doesn't seem to respond. Well, I will quickly restart it. Just for that reason. Who is Lucas? I have no idea. Welcome to the stream, internet guy.
Yo, internet guy.
Yo, it's internet guy. Alright, I think everything should be ready for the... Alright, I do be on the internet. Yes, you do be by that. Alright. So yeah, maybe we should look into this. I'm trying right now to do the mesh thing, which is not that... It's a bit confusing because I'm like the structure naming on these things is awful, but it's okay. It has to be okay. I'm thinking that I will have one call to initialize the mesh and another call to transfer it over to the GPU.
Oh, you're doing right now, how was it called again? Staging buffer?
Yeah. Hello, pig, and
oh, yeah.
we're the vector or string initialization. Bruh. But yeah, that's basically what's going on right now. And I'm thinking like stealing parents in Germany, so not staying. Sorry. All right, no worries. You don't have to stay. Oh my god, I just realized StreamFIghter is broken. It's not even working. Nobody's taking damage. Let me just restart it once again.
Yo, Lucky. No, wait. Yeah, Lucky.
Is Lucky here? Damn.
I was a little confused because he's Lucas. Like, his name is Lucas.
Ah, yeah, his name is Lucas.
Hello.
Hello.
Yo.
What are we doing?
We are trying to figure out staging buffers right now.
Ah.
With Vulkan memory allocate. But I don't like the name GPU mesh buffer. It's not. If you don't have it yet on the GPU, I think I would just call it mesh buffer. And then I could just put it actually inside of a buffer. This is a bit weird. Because you have the index buffer, the vertex buffer, then the Well, yeah, that's gonna be specific for the GPU, but not before that. Well, I guess I won't be. It's ha 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 ha. Wait, get buffer device address. Device address info. Well, I guess then you could call it this. It's fine. And then here we need to pass the. Can we call it the mush buff? Mush buff. No. Maybe not. Actually, all of these things will be taken away from here and moved to this one. And we also need. I don't think I did a DINIT for it yet. No, I did not. Well, that's probably for the better. You cannot call it that. No. And then, so wait, we go through here. We create upload mesh. We do these. And now we're on this one, basically. Another. I cannot. Okay, that's a bit yikes. Because now I would actually like to have that. Oh, hell no. This is. Yeah. Or should I just keep it in the init? It's called GPU. Sure. Let's just take it back to the init. Then this makes sense still, and then we just have to figure out this thing, which is immediate submit. Yeah, we need a immediate thing. A submit. So interesting. Like, where does this immediate submit come from? The staging buffer written, we run an immediate submit to run a GPU side command to perform this copy. The command will run two pk copy buffer commands, which are roughly the same as mem copy, but yep. Okay. Let's see. I'm not gonna download the repo. I'm just gonna search for this thing. And these are all just readmes or markdowns. Tutorial code. Git repo. Same. What the fuck? Where does it come from? Chapter 3. Ah, there. I don't even remember them talking about where this comes from, but okay. So they have a fence for this also. And then reset sense, reset command buffer. Command buffer. In info. I think this is the same as the submit single that I have been using before. Then function command buffer. Ah, okay. And okay, now I see why you do. They pass it as a function. That's weird. But I guess you can do that. I mean, why not? You probably can do something similar in Sig. Can you? Because it would be kind of nice to just run the function inside of the thing right there and do that basic. Because otherwise you would have to call a begin and then an end, which wouldn't be too bad either. Maybe even cleaner than passing a function pointer to a function to just do this. Immediate submit is a pretty good name though, I like it. Vulkan command was buffer submit info and I guess submit 2 vk wait for fence. And yeah, that looks, I mean, it looks pretty alright. Just curious to know, is this just a, what is this fence? Because I haven't been introduced to that yet. Oh, it's probably in the header, but where do they initialize it? Create fence in the sync structures. So where they create all of the other ones, but the thing is that I don't create them like that. But that's okay. All right. And then you can go here. Actually, I'm gonna go inside the old Wallenstein. I need to start recording a bit of side footage for this for the video. Why am I doing it so complicated? I
Back to the roots.
What?
Back to the roots, Wallenstein.
Yeah, back to the roots for real. I think I have submit single or something like that. Begin single command.
What do you mean with submit single?
I mean begin and end single commands.
Okay.
So yeah. But I didn't use fences for my thing, that's which is I mean it works.
Very safe.
Yeah, very safe.
It works on my machine. Yeah.
But I like their idea of just passing in a function pointer once and you do all of these things in there. Because what they're trying to do is basically wait, where is it here? Where is it? There. So they do these things like this. They pass it as a function. And then they get it in over here. And then they do the beginning of the thing. They execute the function that you passed in that they did over here. And then they end the thing and submit it, which is like you get immediate submit, which is, I mean, not the best syntax, I guess, but it's immediate submit rather than just having a separate call for begin single time commands and then you do the stuff.
Why is
and then
everyone's name Lucas?
What?
Hello Cheesecake.
What? What are you saying? What?
Why is everybody names Lucas?
What do you mean everybody's name is Lucas? Oh.
Look at the...
I don't know, somebody's trolling. What the fuck? Wait. I don't know why. Not important.
Yeah.
But this is important. submit single time command and single time, or should I try? Can I do something like that in Sig where I just pass in a function pointer with the?
Yes. It's like you just define the prototype of the function.
Yeah, now the only thing is I'm also thinking a little bit is that you kind of need closure for it to be nice. Closures. Wait, what does that mean? Closures. But also now there's a thing here. Wait, new surface? Is it lambda in C++? Ah, yeah. Oh, it's a function of not a function pointer. Yes. Yeah, because I don't know, I won't probably have access to these things inside. Maybe the begin and end command buffer would still be a smarter way to go with. Because I would always have to figure out how do I pass also these things in with the function, because right now it's just gonna take the command buffer. Which, yeah. Yeah, maybe we'll take this. And here's my beautiful transition image layout. Why is it so short in this one? I probably didn't have much. Oh yeah, it was the old one that I used. That's true. We can go with this. I think it's fine. It's fine. A little bit of tweaking. Will I put it in Vulkan or will I put it in utils? I will put it. I could put it in command pool, or what is it called? Don't I have a command pool? Oh yeah, that's actually just straight in Vulkan. I should have a thing called just commands, but command pools in there. I'll put it in utils for now. It's so implicit of what it's actually supposed
at the bottom.
What?
Command pools is at the bottom.
Yeah, they are there. Yeah, no. But well, actually, just because that, I will put it with it down here. What? Yes. Okay. So we'll take the device, a command pool, but do we use C? Use C. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have a loader anymore. We can just replace it with this one. Let's see that. And a few small tweaks I think we could actually accomplish still here, like we should probably take in the fence like they do as well. I think that's a pretty smart idea. Not that we will have issues, but just in case, you know, wouldn't hurt. So we take device command pool and then a fence. Where should we store the fence is the question now, because this needs, well, if you're always gonna pass the device, we could actually store the fence with the device. Because this is just a single immediate, like, kind of single time pass thingy. Or immediate, you could also call it. Begin immediate command. rename it. Very nice. And then we will have end immediate command. Okay, why do we have more for that one? Wait. So we take the device, the queue. Yeah, okay, command pool. And command buffer. And then what? This one just returns the command buffer, yes. Yeah. This one makes kind of sense. One more thing is just the fence. Which I'm thinking... I mean... If we were gonna call it from the mesh thing over here, what do we have access to? We will have access to the device. And I should probably not call it C device then in that case. Unless if I... or I just pass this a separate parameter also. And it's also gonna... Oh my god, it's gonna be needing so many things just to be able to do that fence. Wondering if it would be smarter to just... Could I make it a context that you pass in instead? Like have a VK context and I wouldn't have to pass... Well, that would be so fucking weird because there's so many... Like the renderer context instead. Well, then you would have access to too many things and that would just be super weird. Rather than just being explicit about this. I don't know, you could also just pass the whole renderer instance. Would be fine, I guess. Yeah, I think I will just put it with the... This is a single immediate command. Where would one want to store that? Chicken banana. That's that makes a lot of sense. Not... We have the device. I guess the device also keeps tracks of the queue. Wait, get queue, yes. So I mean, why not just also store a immediate fence here as well? I think that kind of makes sense. I will call it so. Immediate. How do you spell immediate? Immediate fence. C.vk fence. Like so. And then we will also have to... What the fuck is this? Well, that should be enabled. I don't know why it's commented out. Ah, because it's down here later on. Wait, what the fuck? We don't need a extra. In that case. I don't know what I have been thinking, but it's okay. I will just create the device first, and then I will create the fence at the bottom. I don't even remember what do we need to create the fence, but VK create fence. Congratulations, we need a device, and we have just created the device, so this is perfect. So we can take the device, we have the device here. Bruh. Ah wait, that is already the thing, great. Then we need a create info. So we're gonna create one of those. Var fence info. I think I could just copy paste the structure for this because I have so many of them already. I have one of them. We could probably use those, but I don't know if it. I think this is a good spot to put it, but I'm not sure. VK fence. Hello, null deref, bro. I'm struggling, bro. I'm telling you. It's equal to, and then we'll do this. I see fancy Vulkan stuff. Yes, yes. I might be retarded and doing something very stupid right now, or not. Congrats, you got it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope so. S-type will be, well, it will be something like C. VK structure. I can also spell structure. Structure. Type. Is it just fence? Create info, yes. Like so. Do I need to provide any specific flags? Let's see, I think we have a I'm just gonna yoink it from another spot. Swap chain, there we create them as well. Fence create single signal bit. Yeah, we were gonna need that as well, otherwise this will otherwise this will fuck up. I think we need that, don't we? Yeah, because it might be used, yeah, more than... I think this was if you wanted to... I don't remember what it was for, but there was some good reason for it, otherwise it got stuck. Let's do tutorials. Ain't a function object and a function pointer not the same? Well, now the internet guy will answer this very profoundly. I don't think they are, but well, let's see what he says. He's a very smart guy, I'm telling you. I have always lost an argument against him.
I think he is a smart guy.
Yeah.
I never won.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll
please.
answer my question.
Yeah. And then for another thing, what do we need? So we got the device, we get the create info, allocator will be null. Then we actually need the thing where it's gonna pass in. So that will be a var well, I can just call it fence here, like there's no ambiguity, like it can't be anything else but the fence that we're gonna create for this structure. So if you misinterpret that for something else, well, I don't know why you're reading this code.
Fence.
What?
Let's create a semaphore and call it fence.
Yes. Let's see, VK. Oh yeah, that's my bad. We are not supposed to use that. And yes, that's true. We need to pass it as that. And yeah, we need to also to do a check here for this. Otherwise, this. Whoa. See that VK? No, just check. Isn't it just that? No, wait, it doesn't come from there. Oh, we're already in Vulkan. I can just call check. I don't need to worry about anything else. Huh, well. And then we need a try. Bam. And then here, now we will have a beautiful immediate fence is equal to fence. And then we'll, because now there's a bit more, I will do another line. Now that's pretty damn cool. And I will put an extra, okay, I cannot do that. I will just let it be like that. Lol. Function objects, aka closures, can capture locals from where it's defined. It's basically a structure that defines a function. A function pointer is just a pointer to a function. Alright, I always call both function pointers. Yeah, I also thought first they were the same.
Difference though.
But, what? Sorry?
Yeah, like you said, I also always thought they were the same.
Yeah.
So, I don't know why people call them differently.
Yeah, I think they're actually quite clear in C++ when you do the lambda, because there you can also pass in, I guess, but I'm not if I understood correctly, like the capture, the locals, which was, what was it called? Closure. I would just have called it, well, yeah, captures. I've just called them captures before, but I guess it makes sense. I did use it in Unreal when I did lambdas there for some funny reason, and it was so fucking not funny. And yeah, there I had to pass, like, so it could understand that I'm talking about what structures, so it would have a reference to them. Or classes, they are called in C++. Let's see, so, wow. Alright, so now we should have a beautiful fence in our device, which will only be used for immediate command pushes stuff, or single, well, whatever, those kind of shits. And now we can go back to our utils. No, did I put it in utils? No, I didn't put it in. I should probably put it in utils, because I was thinking about utils when I saw this now, but it's actually here at the bottom. Begin immediate and command and end immediate command. And now we will have, I will change this to be the actual device. So it will be a VK, actually we have device here already, so we can just say device, and we'll have access to the device over here. And then we don't actually need to pass in the queue, because we will have access to the queue through the device, so that's also pretty good. Yes, under the hood it creates an actual structure that has fields for the locals you capture, so you can reference them inside the lambda. Whoa. Now that's freaking crazy. I mean, I guess it's cool, but crazy. You know, C++ is pretty cool, but it does so much under the hood that you are not aware of what's going on and how things work. And I guess that's why the syntax in C++ is so damn freaking ambiguous. But you can make cool stuff with it. Alright, but now we have that, so now we can actually do the... Before we do anything, we can now access this thing. Hello criminal. Criminal is now in the chat. Now we can actually check for the... Bro, why am I doing this again? Okay. Now we can use the defense. So c.vk reset fences. And now here we will take the device that we got then. Device. And we will get the handle, and then how many? Well, we will just have one. This would be interesting. When would I have more? Maybe I shouldn't think about it too much, you know. And then through the device we have the immediate fence, and I think it has to be... Why are they doing a reference? Isn't it already a pointer? Yeah, it's already a pointer. Well, it works differently for them. Anyway, wait, but it counts, so it has to be the pointer of the pointer, otherwise this is... Or isn't this right? Well, we'll see. We will probably complain later on. A pointer to a pointer, a PP. Yes, a PP. But I think I might have to take the address of the thing and then the first index, but we'll... Wait. But shouldn't that still be the same thing? Like, if you have a structure, you have a pointer that points at it. This is the address, right? Like, then shouldn't all of the other ones that are continuous in the array also should be found through that same? But still, the thing needs to dereference. So maybe I need to take the thing. So when it dereferences the array, it would take... Pointer to pass my things. Yes. Well, I mean, it won't work if it's wrong, so we will figure it out soon enough. So the command buffer... And here it will actually be a... This is a bit interesting. Yeah, because they actually... Hold on. Why do they have a kind of crate? Yeah, I'm still gonna go with this. I'm not gonna take care of creating the command buffer outside of this thing. That's just gonna happen. Maybe this is the most stupid way I could do it. Probably, maybe. But that's okay, because this is just a single submit and then it's done and we don't need it anymore. So we're just gonna let it go like this. And if it doesn't work, well then fuck. Ah! And then after we're done that, we're gonna do the waiting for the fences, then we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna call begin command buffer, then we return it, and then what will happen is that we'll be allowed to do whatever the fuck we want, and then we'll call this thing. This is a bit funny because now you have to remember to do both these things, but I mean, like, if you call begin, should I call it begin command buffer? Remember to call end. And then here you just call end immediate command, and then pass in the device, pass the command pool and the command buffer. Yeah, which got created here, so you will get it in here, so you can call end on it. And then you will have to do probably the same information. Let's see. Submit info. Why do they have wiki command buffer submit? I just have a submit. Why do they have a... Whose design was this? To have both a command buffer... Wait, hold on. Am I missing some? Submit. I just have submit info. Oh, but they have submit too.
You mean why there's a submit for the command buffer and a normal submit?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah, it's because the normal submit, it can be used for a lot more things. Probably.
Ah, but they have like a... Okay, so if you submit 2, then you will be requiring this. But I just use the original submit. So I won't need that. I'm still like using some places I'm using the second version. But
I would just use the first version all the time.
Yeah, I try to use the first version except if there is a specific feature I need from the second. But usually it's like,
yeah.
I wonder, are they compatible if you use some functionalities the first and some the second? So far it works, but I wonder if it's a bad idea.
Like, I think they are compatible, but like, you shouldn't switch it up too much.
Well, I have like when it feels good, I switch.
Yeah. Okay, so today I'm feeling like I'm using the second version, you know?
Yeah. No, I mean, like, of course, if I use I use the same, if I start using one structure, let's say I would start using submit 2, then I would use submit 2 on all of the places. But if I use, like, if you take all of the structure that are provided in Vulkan, or the calls, I use some the second and some not. So that's what I mean. Is this code example from the official Vulkan tutorial? No. This is from the Vulkan guide. I actually have never done this one, and they're using a little bit more modern features compared to this one, which I have done before. And I don't know, like, I still, to some extent, I kind of prefer the old one. But when it comes to actually using modern features, this one is way better. You don't like this code example? The modern one, right? Or the old one? Who is you in there? It's called the same thing on the server as it's called in the chat.
Oh, really?
You don't like the example on GitHub? Yeah. This one. Yeah, no, they haven't showed this in the tutorial example. I'm just reading, like, because they're right now going through it in the code here. Wait. There. I'm like, what the fuck does this mean? Why would I pass in a lambda in here? What the fuck is happening? So I went to their GitHub to see what this function does, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. except for these extra comments here. But that's okay. It's okay. We'll see how far it goes. We are gonna change this. Now we can't use that, but that's fine, because what we will instead do is device dot, and then we, oh shit. I thought the get queue would actually just provide straight up the thing, but it won't. Oh shit. Do we store in here?
Do you use more queues than the graphics queue?
No, I don't. VKQ. The physical device contains the Q family index, which is... I mean, I guess it's not... Why do I call it Q family index? Why don't I call it the graphics? Why?
I don't know. So, graphics family index would be better.
Yeah, I guess... Will it be smart enough to... Graphics...
Yeah, but I mean, like, you won't use more than 2 queues, like, at most. Like, probably you don't even need to use 2 queues.
Yeah, no, actually I should probably use for the compute shaders, but I don't.
Oh yeah, if you do compute shaders, yeah. But, like, rather the transfer queue.
Wait, that's quite funny
so you
because...
don't need.
Wait, but I'm using actually just the... I'm using the graphics for the compute. I guess it just happened
What?
to be... But they can have multiple support, you know, even if it has a graphics flag,
Yeah.
it can also have
Wait,
a compute.
I didn't know. You already did compute shaders?
Yeah, I'm using compute shaders.
Are you using compute shaders for the background or?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. And it just happens by accident. I think because there are like different families queues that provide support for multiple. I should probably have checked that out before I started it, but it works. Not I can't speak anymore.
Yeah, but I mean for the queues it's GPU dependent, so to make it actually safe, it's a lot of more work.
No, because I already have this all of the logic for getting anything. Just need to change probably this slightly, but basically I have like the get and all of the things, so I mean it wouldn't be hard to change everything up.
Yeah, but it would like be a lot of like tingling around, I don't know, changing small things. Because you gotta see like what queues are there, you know, because every graphics card has different queues, different like properties
in that
for each
sense,
queue.
but because I could have here like I don't know. I should probably like make this a separate thing, maybe. I don't know. But it's funny that I haven't, because I think in the tutorial I also just find the graphics and not the compute. I'm not sure, but that's funny that it just has happened to work. That we haven't run into issues with that. Well, we're not gonna be using the compute. Maybe we are later on, but then I'll edit. What's going on, guys? Fredmaster is in the chat. I like to use 42 queues. Yes, personally 67. Where's the 69, guys? Wait for the fence is a thread blocking operation. Wait queue is blocking the GPU queue. It is too much hidden performance stoppers, I think, but the code looks pretty. Yes. Yes, pretty. It looks pretty. Yeah, no, I used to have it without the fence, but now I realize that these are still things that should just happen like once, so I guess they're not too bad. Maybe they are. Synchronization does involve waiting. Yes, sadly it does. But yeah, now I gave it a bit better name, so we could now, bro. Why do I not just in the init we take in the physical device and the extensions for that physical device, for that logical device. Now that you have created a logical device, we queue priority 0. Then queue family index, we get this. I mean, I don't know, it feels stupid to store it in 2 places. I don't like storing duplicated data unless it's like very isolated still for a system, and I feel like the device and the physical and logical device are still kind of separated things. So I wouldn't like to store the graphics in here. I would like to...
Like, I stored the queue separately in like a queue object.
You do?
Because
outside
doesn't
of
a queue have like... Yeah, like in the whole context I stored it.
Yeah, I don't really have a context, to be honest. I just have renderer, and then I don't even pass this renderer around. Like, I just pass the things that I need. I wonder if I should make it like a context kind of thing where you can still pass in, if you wanted to pass the whole Vulkan of the debug surface, physical device, swap chain, command pool, you know, instead of passing them individually. But I don't know if it's worth it, because it's also like, this is pretty like as low as I need to go. But already if I need to write 5 of these, it's getting kind of annoying to write them all. Then would you kind of like to have the context, or a context? But so you keep the queues outside as a... Do you have them as an array of U32s, or do you have like a struct with actual names?
Oh, I have a struct for the queues.
Yeah.
But I store more than just the index. Wait, I can check real quick. I think I store... Yeah, I also store a VKQ object.
Oh, so yeah, so you don't have to... You have like this thing, so you don't have to get it
so
every time.
Yeah.
That's I mean, I guess it makes sense. Q family index. I wonder if I should... I mean, I still like the idea of having the get for it, but it's I'm gonna store the voice. Wait, I'm gonna store the voice indices and queues in a separate submit system, because you can do some non-blocking operations with different queues. Yes. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. You could do that. Well, I'm not that deep yet. Let's see. I think I will just... I'm gonna take the easiest
Lucas, I don't know why, but I can't watch your stream on my browser. It just doesn't work. Like, I have no idea why this would ever happen, but it just doesn't work.
Like, you mean Twitch, YouTube?
YouTube.
Well, some people are watching over at YouTube. I think they're still watching, right? There's people watching. Yeah, there are people watching.
Yeah. I think like it just... And I can like watch every other YouTube video as normal, but it says your browser can't play this video, and I like, bro.
I'm also... Oh, bro, this would actually make more sense to have a separate queue, like queue object actually, because now, or system or whatnot, submit system as he said it, but that wouldn't be too bad. Guys, let's make Lucas think his stream isn't working. Guys, no, don't do that.
Wait, I can chat, but I can't see your video well, damn, that's insane.
Bruh. Okay, but then this kind of like... Fuck. Okay, I guess I could take it in as another parameter, but... I think that's kind of dumb. What I could literally just, in that case, just... Fuck.
Not gonna lie, I would just like continue your way and then maybe change it later, because
Yeah, I'm just thinking like, what's the best way to pass it in? Should I just pass the whole physical device or just the queue? Because I need a physical device to get the queue, because I store the thing in the physical device, the graphics family. And that's why I'm just
yeah, I had it easy. I always just passed the whole context.
You know what?
I had everything.
I have the answer. I know what I will do. I will in device I will store the graphics queue like the queue itself. And then we won't need this get thing either, because it won't be needed. We will just store the queue as it is, you know? We'll take it, we already get it, so why not just store it? The only bad idea with this is that, well, if you destroy, well, now it won't be bad. It won't be bad. It will be valid all the way. Graphics queue. We will store the graphics queue in here. Yep, that we will do. And then I will remove this one because we won't need it. It can go bye-bye. Boom. And all of the places where we're using that, I will change it out. But then here, because we are getting the queue right there, and we're gonna not put it in. What am I doing? Then we can say graphics queue is equal to queue. For now, this is my solution. If ever we will change this out, I will learn how to change these things. But now this is the best way I can think about it. And it's fun that I call it graphics queue when it's not graphics queue. Or it is a graphics queue, but I use it as a compute change or a compute queue. It's fucking great. Oh my god, I'm trolling myself so hard. But the main point is that we won't be using graphics, we won't be using graphics. No, we won't be using the compute actually. And if we will, then I will actually make it correct. Now I'm just trolling a little bit, you know. Nothing wrong with a little bit of trolling. But yeah, then the submit info, and then we can pass the fence, which will be in the device, and then the immediate fence like so. And then we can... Is this way where? Yeah, the graphics queue.
Okay, I will go now.
Yeah.
Go sleep. Yeah. Good luck with the project. And good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh, that's why I didn't have the fence, because I just waited for the whole queue. But now I'm gonna be using the fence instead, so I don't know which one is smarter actually to do.
Smart. Your idea.
The waiting for the queue rather than a fence.
No, waiting for fans rather than a queue.
Well, yeah. Obviously. No, I think that's also, it sounds smarter, but I don't, because like if you have to wait on the whole queue, it's kind of like well, yeah, even this is mostly used in the setup. But actually no, because now I can start using this in the middle and it will still be a little bit more fine. Why am I calling it VK check? It's just a check. Oh my god, this thing is gonna... This thing is not good. But it's okay.
What?
VK wait fence.
So, I have a test tomorrow, a German test.
Oh, nice.
And looking at like the teacher who will be sitting there, it's a fucking French teacher.
Okay.
In the German test.
Well, it's alright. It's alright. You know, it could be worse. That it could be a Finnish teacher. I don't know, bro. What are we gonna be using the? I'm doing this the wrong order. Oh wait, that is right.
But I'll be right back. I'm gonna go do something.
All right, go do that something. What the fuck is? I'm just gonna yoink that number out. Whoa, that's a big weight number. And then we won't need that anymore. And it's funny that it says that everything is okay. There's no such thing as VK check, but sure, everything is fine. Yeah, because I don't call these commands from or functions from anywhere. But now we will start calling them from here. Or the same idea, which I'm kind of struggling with. This is a big struggle to just make anything work. This is fine, it's fine. We will do a... We should have access to VK inside of here. Is it kind of rude to call functions? Why would it be rude to call functions, huh? Now this I don't like, because now we will have a dependency back. Maybe I should just put it in utils. Then I wouldn't have to. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in utils. Because in utils, wait, what? Nah, it doesn't make sense in utils either. This is horrible. Trying to find a place where they could make sense, but I don't know. I don't like the dependency or the import of this one being imported in that one and this one being imported back into this one. That's just a horrible way to go about it, but yeah. What the fuck? Yeah, now, well, we don't have mesh yet there, but I think mesh will get there. But it's fine. I don't know if it's fine though. Begin and like so. All right. So now I can do vk dot, and we should have access to the. Did I make them public? Yeah. Don't know why it's complaining, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Trust me, bro. And then we'll have a end, and this will actually give me a command like so, and then we can get rid of those things. Is this an actual Vulkan thing? It is? Okay. Bro, what the fuck is that? Yeah. And then it's just same thing over again, but slightly different. This one is just index copy. No one did that. And there is, and then destroy buffer. I need a D in it for that. Hey, look at that. There's a lot of problems. Good. Let's get the C in here. Like so. Yeah, it's not that. It's vertex buffer size. And same with the index buffer. I don't know if I should call it indices, but I don't. That will be a C dot that, and this a VMA dot this, and vertex buffer size. Wait, what? Why didn't it? Whatever. And then index buffer size. So that one got correct. And then this is just new mesh. And let's see, word copy. Should I just call it vertex copy maybe? Index copy. And then I swear I got that right. Oh, what the I know. Wait, what? This is incorrect. There's no way that's supposed to be this one. No, wait, it's the offset. Yeah, no, that then it's correct. Right. And then you have the index buffer, yes. Index buffer, yes. And then this is actually just requiring a... No. This is this one. D in it. And then you just pass in the... It's the allocator. VMA allocator. And then we don't need that. And... This is where it's gonna get a bit funny. Just gonna... It's never mutated. Sure. Okay. Okay. Now, there's gonna be a lot of issues. But depends on what you call them. Isn't it kind of rude to call functions? Depends on what you call them. Okay, in that sense. Well, yeah, I guess. But you see, I'm not rude. I'm actually very kind. Says every... Why is my camera so weird angled? Every kind person ever, right? Am I right? You cannot be kind if you don't go around telling people how kind you are, right? Why is my camera? We're gonna go with that. That's whoa. Is that good? I think that's good. Maybe it's a bit too... Okay. Look at me. I'm gonna eat some chips and dry. I should be eating chips towards the night. Evening. Night. But you know, we got to feed that brain. The brain needs energy to work. We first create the staging buffer, which will be one buffer for both of the copies to index and the vertex buffer. Its memory type is CPU only, and its usage flag is VK buffer use transfer source bit, as the only thing we will do with it is copy command. I mean, could you in theory... Is there an optimized queue for just copying data? Anyways. Or yeah, Optimus queue family for copying data. There has to be, right? I don't know. Maybe not. So the only thing we'll do is copy the command. Once we have the buffer, we can take its mapped address with get mapped data. That's this thing, which I'm highly doubting. That's actually a C++ thing, but I will figure it out. I think it feels like so weird, but once the immediate submit is done, we can safely dispose of the staging buffer and delete it. Note that this pattern is not very efficient, as we are waiting for the GPU command to fully execute before continuing with the CPU side logic. This is something people generally put on a background thread whose sole job is to execute upload like this one, deleting resource staging buffers. Transfer queue, exactly. Wow. I think that will be something really cool to actually try out as well. But I think I'm a little bit more excited to just get something on the screen than I'm to some extent I want to make it nice. But at the moment I'm more excited to just get something on the screen. Again, we used OpenGL for the first prototypes, and now I'm like, we're gonna use Vulkan, because I prefer Vulkan in every aspect. So we're gonna use Vulkan. Let's proceed with making a mesh using all this and draw it. We will be drawing an indexed rectangle to combine with our triangle. The shader needs to change for our vertex buffer, so while we are still going to be using colored triangle frag for our fragment shader, we will change the vertex shader to load the data from the push constants. We will create the shader as colored triangle mesh.vertex, as it will be the same as the hard-coded triangle. But I think once we have the... I guess after that I'll make the game, and if it at any point starts to actually slow down because I'm doing some very dumbass stuff, then I would change the whole core. But I don't mind going back and forth on these things to just optimize when needed. Okay, we're gonna take this, put it in there, and this one should still... Wait a minute, STD for 300, not allowed using GSL, that's fine. Let's see what do. Push constants near this match. Okay. It seems to be fine. We need to enable geo extension buffer reference extension so that the shader compiler knows how to handle these buffer references. You need to actually that? I mean, yeah, if you use something, I don't know what that's for. Is this like a... Is this a device? I think it's a device extension. After that we declare vertex buffer, which is read-only buffer that has an array unsized of vertex structures by having the buffer reference. Okay, now I see here in the layout that tells the shader that this object is used from buffer address std 430 is the alignment rule for the structure. Okay, so you can be that specific with these things. Holy shit, that's pretty cool. I have been refactoring my Vulkan code for the past year. But like, I mean, isn't that kind of like the best way to learn to just kind of run the thing, and when you see that something is bad or not doing as good as it could, then you start to like mess with it. But unless if nothing is bad, why are you trying to improve on a thing that is kind of like you could just actually be accomplishing the end result rather than just reading? Well, I guess it can be fun as well just to improve, but I mean, like, you know, like you can always make things better, and then you just spend a lot more time just trying to improve but never actually accomplishing the thing, when you could just make the thing work in a shitty way and then make it better, because now you know a concrete thing that is bad, that is a bottleneck, and you could be like excited about trying to figure out that bottleneck. I don't know. It's just me yapping. We have our push constants block, which holds a single instance of our vertex buffer and a matrix. Because the vertex buffer is declared as a buffer reference, this is a uint64 handle, while the matrix is normal matrix, no reference. Okay. I saw something bad. It's 6k lines of bad Vulkan code. Yeah. But I mean, 6k lines of Vulkan code, that's just a average mesh render, am I right? Like that's pretty much what you get. average triangle, my bad. Not even a mesh render, SMH. From our main we index vertex array using GL vertex index, same as we did with the hard-coded array. We don't have, like in C++, when accessing pointers in GL's buffer address, it's accessed as a reference, so it uses dot to access it. With the vertex grab, we just output the color and position we want, multiplying the position with the render matrix. Let's create the pipeline now. We will create a new pipeline function separate from init triangle pipeline, but almost the same. Add this. Oh no, music stopped for funny reason. Let's add it back. You're completely right. Yes. See? It's also Mr. Internet guy told me that. Wait, why aren't you guys on the... You're texting on the screen, but I don't see you guys in the... Wait, let me test. Hello world. Okay, I don't know. Why are you guys not there on the screen, huh? That's weird. It sounded like AI. You're completely right, yes. It sounded like AI. Bruh. But is this extension built upon extension draw buffer? It's draw buffer blah 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 blah. I think it's a device extension. I'm not sure. Buffer extension allows storage blocks and names to be declared with buffer, enabling them to act as reference type. And the extension interacts with blah blah Vulkan GSA, can be applied in conjunction blah 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 blah. I don't know how to spell Kronos, alright. It has to be the device extension, right? It doesn't make sense to be an instance. For instance, a Vulkan graphics extension that enables the use of... Now I'm hella confused. What? I'm just gonna put it there and see how it works. I mean, one could also just go... I think I have access to VK. I don't know. I'm just gonna run it with this, bruh. I hacked it. Permanently won the game. Oh shit. Alright. So they have a pipeline layout, mesh pipeline layout, and then a mesh pipeline. For us, it's gonna be slightly different. We are gonna do this. I think I will first load. I can use the same shade. They use the same shader for the fragments, right? Yes. So we could actually still use the same for the fragment as well. Here, bro. Shader. Wait. Here. I don't even destroy the thing, bro. What the fuck? But we can destroy the vertex shader directly we're done with it because it's done. But then we can create a new vertex shader. I guess we can actually use the same variable. We don't have to. It's a bit ambiguous. I'm gonna say mesh vertex. Mesh vert, like so, and this one will be a slightly different. It will be this thing. So now we'll have access to that, and then we will just create the new pipeline. So we can go pipelines, and we can access which index is. I think it's the third one now. Well, I guess you have to do the configuration actually first. I always forget it. Or we're gonna call it config. What's it? Mesh pipeline. Mesh VK pipeline dot graphics config. Like so. And oopsie daisy. Now we just have to give it the fragment shader, which will be the same as we had before, and the vertex shader, which will be the vertex, mesh vertex, like so. Expected type shader found module. Wait, what? Right. I'm not that smart. I always forget that. Like so. Meow, meow, meow. And let's see, buffer range. Yeah, now we need this push constant also integrated. Meow, meow. And that's what we haven't done yet for the graphics. Or I think we haven't done it yet for the graphics pipeline. I'm wondering, like, should we do it? We should probably do it outside. You create the thing like they do. Do they do it? Yeah, because you create the thing, yeah, and would pass it in. I think that would make sense, right? You wouldn't do it inside here, like we do for the compute, because we're a little bit funny, but we don't want to be funny anymore. We want to be serious now. And then it would make sense kind of to make it out, to pass it as a config. Like you can, well, yeah, and then, yes. 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 Push constant count. So I think what I'm going to do is you can pass multiple push constant ranges. It's okay. We will change the pipeline up a little bit. Will I just say buffer range? Why do you call it buffer range? Push constant. I don't want to call them that. I want to call them push. Should I make them like this? Yes, I will make them like this. Push constant buff. Push constants. I would just call them push constants. It's clean and easy. An array const of vk. Let's see that vk push constants range. Yes, like so. And then you will have to define that in the conf. What if you don't want to pass? I don't want to force somebody to create push constants if they don't want to use them. So I guess I will also I cannot initialize it by default values because then it will just be fucked. Because you can kind of think it like this, how I do here with this thing. You know, you just pass it like that, right? But I guess because you can pass multiple push constants, so I don't want to also be, I guess this is the best way to go about it. And you will just have to be explicit about it every time that if you don't want a push constant, well then you have to tell it that, make it 0. Yeah. So basically what we will do then in the init down here is that we should be able to just, the same way we do with that, is that we're gonna take this, all of this away, and do an add ptr. Let's try first without it. Config. If I could spell. Wait, I can't spell. Config dot push constants, and then this one will be config dot push constants dot len. I think that should be fine. We'll see. And then we should be able to just create that outside. Right? And then we can go in here, go to the end, and do push constants. And then we will literally just pass a empty one because we don't need one for this one. This graphics pipeline needs to be empty. Yes, like so. And then we could actually go back a few steps. I want to run this thing now, just to see that if I use this new crazy thing, you know, we're also gonna destroy this shader because it's not needed when we're done, like so. All right. CD projects. Just want to see that I can actually compile with that new creation, because if I can't, then I will have to fix that real quick. Push constants. Expected types. Pipeline 137. So it expected a C pointer construct, and it received an array. Well, then we'll just have to take then just pointer cast, because isn't the array basically a pointer? And then this one would be an int cast. And remove a X. Alright. Yes, no, I removed those things because they were not needed anymore, but yeah, that means that this will struggle because... But it will be... Like, look at this horrifying thing. Now we can replace this with graphics queue. Isn't that more beautiful? Something went wrong. Missing device extension. Yeah, right, because I tried to add that thing, but I don't know, maybe it's not supposed to be there. Okay, everything seems to be fine. And now we got this way sexier way of creating push constants, assuming it works. But I think it works. I should probably apply that also to the compute shaders, because then we could also make it like this, and we wouldn't have to be forced to this push constant idea. And then we wouldn't even have to store it here, which would be also another plus. But I'm not gonna worry about that yet, because we are not even gonna use push constants. It's not the plan for a while, at least. If we get to a point where it starts to slow down, I'm like, push constant. No, we're gonna be using push constant. Compute shaders, that's what I'm trying to say. Bro, maybe I need to hit that bed. Anyways, now when we got that in place, we can go back to the render, and we're also gonna be moving a lot of code away from here with time, but right now I'm just trying to set everything up. Now we can continue on with this. Wait, do we need a different... No, we will still be drawing onto the same image, right? So here we still need to do... Yeah, let's do the layout first. So this is the same idea. We're just gonna do this, and we're gonna take in the same that we have done always for like the other ones as well. Why it's this thing, but it just looks so horrifying too. Yeah, like so. So graphics, descriptor graphics draw. I don't know why I have called it such a beautiful thing, but you know, it's whatever. I think it's because I just did what they did, and now I'm like, I don't want to do what they have done, but it's okay. Layout. It's okay. It's okay. With time, we will fix that as well. I fix everything with time, you know. And then now we can do the push constants that we want, and now we can see from here is that we would like to have a push constant that is a... That should understand that I'm trying to do this, but for some reason, oh, whatever. Offset is equal to 0. Size will be equal to add size of, and then we'll have... I think this one is from the... I don't have the mesh here yet. Yeah. Okay. Well, then we'll take it. This is the thing I don't like about this approach, but it's fine. It's fine, because now Vulkan will have mesh and mesh will have Vulkan. I need to think about that a little bit, but for now we will have to do. Or actually, could I not just... Nah. Like so. And then we can go back to over here, and then we can say mesh, VK. Well, is that actually a Vulkan specific thing? Right, I also forgot that this has to be a public. And then we can access it. So, wow! Alright, now we still need to tell it the flags. Stage flags is equal to vk.c Vulkan shader stage vertex. And that should be pretty much it. Do we care about anything else over here? Like, do we care about... We probably want to do the same that we have done for this one over here. Yeah, we'll see. It will probably not work if it doesn't work, so... Then we can go to pipelines. And now we can call .init index, yep. And it's actually try init graphics pipeline. We pass in the device, then we pass in the config that we use, config mesh. So, right, it has to, doesn't have to be an ampersand, yeah, like so. And now we should have another one of those pipelines. I'm still thinking I probably have to use this also for the thing, but we'll see. There's a lot of things we will see. That's my... Well, here we can actually see what they do. They do put version modify the pipeline layout to give it push constant struct, blah blah blah. For the rest of the function, we do the same as in the triangle pipeline function, but changing the pipeline layout. So they do these things. Which set shaders, I don't have to do that. Input primitive, here this thing. Set input typology, I don't know. Do I have access to changing that directly? Like if I go here, and wait, which one is it that has the typology? I don't remember, it's in the... Okay, I'm gonna go check. I feel like I have it by default, but I'm not sure. I have to Google. Close this, close that, this one. Sure. Primitive, blah 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 blah. But does it say which, what? I mean, most likely I'm using one of these. Typology. There. Primitive triangle list, yes. Input assemble states. That's what I'm trying to find. Input assemble. Can I not go here and then just type? I cannot. Man, that sucks. That would have been nice. Topology. I can't spell. Topology. I'm still gonna try. You know, I have to try. There might be a chance this might work, and if it does, then it's fuck, it's not fantastic. I mean, I could still do the whole redefinition of the thing, but I prefer not. I'm just gonna go config mesh outside of here, and then go typology is equal to vk. Bro. vk primitive. I think that's maybe what you even use by default, to be honest, now when I think about it. Yeah, it is that by default, so kind of redundant to do it like that. Let's see. Mode fill, that's also cool mode none. Backbit, okay, well that, and then clockwise. Well, they do change this cool mode, so I guess we could change the rasterization rasterization state. This one is redundant because that's it either way. Config mesh rasterization state vk.c row vk mode none. Even though I think it's fine to have it backface, but for some if I draw my triangles the wrong way, it will be super funny to debug this because I won't be able to see them because they will be ignored. Multisampling none, don't think that's important. Disable blending, disable depth test. I don't even have depth test, I think, implemented, so it would be funny if it did work. Not sure. Set color attachment format. That I want to see. Color attachment. Let's see. Color blend. Color blend state. Yeah, but it's this thing that comes in over here. Yes. I don't think I have anything on it by default. But yeah, then we can take it from here. The color blend, color attachment, format, and then it's literally this what we need. Like so. And then that's just for destroying, and then for the initialization we already do that. Next we need to create and upload the mesh. We can create a new initialization function in the default data for our default data to the engine, and it is blah blah blah. So they just create all of the vertices and the indices, and then upload mesh, and then they return this thing, and this is such a small example thing. I think I could just put it in the rendering in itself and don't really care about it. I'm just gonna do it like this. I'm actually gonna GPT this one to convert it because it's just data. And you convert this to sig static data, please. No function. And then we create two arrays for the vertices and indices, and blah blah blah. Now we can execute the draw. We will add the new draw command to draw a geometry function after the triangle we have. So what they do is the draw down here. But we have it slightly differently. This is basically the one they're talking about. They don't do this, and then here they bind a different pipeline, the mesh pipeline. Well, now the funny thing is that I pass in the pipeline. So is it okay to wait? I have a smarter idea. Wait, can I begin rendering and end rendering? Is that okay? Because then I could just call well, that will kind of defeat the purpose, because now okay, this needs to be done a bit smarter. Again, they're just why? Let's see how this one cooks. So it created okay, it's fine, I can use my own thing. Okay, bro, it's fine. Okay, and then it created all of the positions, the colors, yes. And then the indices, perfect. Example, static, no, I don't need you to do all of these things. I just needed you to do... Well, actually, nah. We're gonna go with this. This is what we're gonna be needing. Yeah. And I know it's don't get mad now. This is just temporary. We won't actually be using this, but this is just simplest, dumbass, foolproof way that I could think of. But now I just realized it might not be. It is. We're gonna be using the VK dot, and it's inside the mesh dot, and of course it's not public vertex. Public vertex. And that just fits perfectly in there. Crazy, right? Now, we can do, because they did all of this and then they did the upload mesh, they passed these things in, right? And then you get the rectangle. Now my brain is not braining though. Oh yeah, because it's gonna be used in here. Haha, very funny. That means we actually have to store it. Maybe I just pass it. No, bro. Why? Draw mesh should take in the mesh, everything that it needs as parameters. They shouldn't be, well, I'm storing the actual vertices and the indices as globals, but besides that, you know, we should assume that we load it in and then you pass it into the draw, the thing you want to draw. And you don't use globals to access what you want to draw. No. To do graphics pipeline, that's already done. I'm a bit slow to updating my to-dos. Meh. But that's okay. Okay. I mean, I would like to change that draw so much right now. Oh boy, I would like to change it, because... But I mean, when it doesn't make sense. Or does it? Because this could also just be outside, unless you change it, but then you could do it, change this before you call it draw, I think. And then you would just continue on with when you're I don't have to create. The only thing I need to do is buy new pipelines, but while doing rendering, I do rendering. I don't have to, and I don't have to reset the scissors every time that I'm, unless if I want to. And same for the viewport. Isn't like basically these things could happen in a sub kind of thing, and then you just call draw on all the things you want to draw, and then you end it, right? I mean, I think so. Okay, we're gonna make this 10 times more uglier right now. I'm just gonna take it away from there. Put it a comment. Where am I making a comment? We are not even gonna use that. And then I'm just gonna go in the place where we used to call this thing, and it's just gonna... Oh god, no. Let me actually just do a start drawing vertex. vertices? I don't know how to spell that. Done rendering vertices. Well, that's a consistent naming, isn't it? And now with this, we will have access to all of the things directly here. And the thing that we'll be able to do is that we'll be able to do this now, because now we'll have access. Well, I still have to create the damn thing, but besides that, we'll be we'll be able to do this. All right. And there's a small problem, because right now it's gonna assume that we're gonna use the pipeline that we're given, current pipeline, and then here with given this, but we're not gonna be we don't want to use this pipeline. Hello. Looks like production code. Yes. This is very sexy production code.
Looks like intern production code.
Intern production code. No. It's fine.
Like,
it's fine.
An intern push.
But here where we we bind the pipeline, right? We're not gonna use this. We're gonna say pipelines, and we're gonna access index 2 because that's for the graphics. And then it doesn't know what the fuck this CMD is. Well, that's okay. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna call it self. No, it's not self. It's command buffer. I'm just pulling your leg, lol. And like so. And let's see what it's bitching about now. Undeclared identifier. Yeah, that's true. Self.this. So now we have bound that pipeline. And same for this. This is self.that. And then this has to be that, and then we have to take this, and this one, that one, and then we're done. And now we don't need to call this anymore. And now what we can do is, before we start doing this, I don't know if this is the right place to store it, but yeah, we actually need an asset manager, but for now we're not gonna have that. We're just gonna do it straight in here. We're gonna call it the mesh. I'm actually gonna call it the mesh. And it's gonna be a vulkan.mesh.bro. Oh wait, this is correct. It's just a VK mesh. Like so. And then here, we're gonna create all of the things. Here. I'm gonna put it here. I don't know. Init. We should have. Where's the Vulkan memory allocator? Isn't it initialized already? There, Vulkan memory allocator. Yeah. Const the mesh vk dot mesh dot. Not the constant. That it's the thing itself, bro. I'm struggling. I need that sleep. All right. I think it needs a try. Otherwise, this will not be funny. It doesn't need a try. Yeah. Okay. We're here now. We're gonna start running into issues, and I'm gonna hit the bed instead of trying to fix it.
That's a valid solution.
Yes, we need the device, and then the Vulkan memory allocator, and then the indices. Why are the indices before the vertices? Whatever. So the device, we're gonna pass the device, the Vulkan memory allocator. Then now we're gonna pass the vertices, and now it's gonna be this disgusting. Oh, actually, it was the indices before the vertices, but you know. And then the global rect vertices. Oh, that's how we spell vertices. And then, down in the return, I'm gonna put it there, the mesh. And then what we can do in here when you get to the drawing, when we do the... Wait, where is it? Ah, yeah, I already did 2 of them, lol. We'll have to do a little bit of tweaking here. We'll have to bind the pipeline. So this is the triangle. And this is the mesh, which you will see from the name, but the command buffer, and then it's another pipeline command, bind pipeline there.
Lucas, I'm gonna go learn for my test. So
you're gonna go learn what?
Be gone. I'm gonna learn for my test.
Oh yeah, do that, and win. You're gonna win, right?
Yeah.
All right. Good night. Goodbye and enjoy.
Thank you. Good night.
All right. So now we have bound the next pipeline. Now we're gonna use the push constants. So vk dot mesh push constants and var. I'm just gonna call it push. Bruh. It's gonna be equal to this. And what the push constants? I think that's no, that's correct. And then self dot the mesh dot. We should have access here to. Right, that's. Hello, Sapphire. Sapphire, yeah, okay. Wait, now I have done this a little bit incorrectly, if I'm gonna be honest. That's okay. Why am I making this a packed struct? This has to be up here. A little bit of spacing. And then you're not gonna return that, you're gonna return at this. Okay, now it's starting to have some issues. That's okay. I didn't think, honestly, I hate Vulkan after DX and OpenGL. I love Vulkan. I don't know, it's the best. There should be errors in here. There's probably gonna be errors in here. There aren't just any right now. I love Vulkan. Vulkan is like the best. I tried OpenGL. Well, actually, I can't say that I tried OpenGL. I didn't try OpenGL. I used a wrapper that my friend provided me. Vulkan is the best. I hate it. Accurate. But yeah, no, I haven't tried OpenGL. It's very fine, granted on low level, but the price, 1,000 lines of code just to set it up. Yes. But I don't know, I still enjoy it. Like, every time that I use Vulkan, the more I use it, the more I think about what's actually going on the GPU. And how it's, like, how you can even optimize. Even though I'm not using the optimization it's provide, I still like it. I know that I can someday try to do something better. OpenGL is garbage, but it's so simple. Yeah, I said I haven't actually used it. I haven't tried to actually use it properly. I have a friend who just created a wrapper for it, and then he wanted me. Well, for this project, we set it up real quick, and I tried it out, but it was even weirder with a wrapper. Is Harold here in the call even? I don't think so. To be fair, I don't even mind the 1K lines of setup, but the fact that it's less with newer versions and even better, the setup of things you might want to do for initialization is so not set it in stone. Why, what? Recently I had to write so many lines of code just to do VK buffer to VK image copy. Yep. That's Even off screen, it's just still so many code. Yep. I haven't also tried, like, I have only tried Vulkan. I haven't tried any other graphics APIs, so I don't have much to compare with, to be honest. But I like Vulkan. Vulkan is nice. I have tried orders and the OGL states machine spoiled me. Oh man. Try DirectX. The only thing is, then I have to switch to Windows. And I am not on Windows, I'm on Arch. Yeah, I use Linux. I used to use Windows for a long time, but then I don't know. I like also Linux more. Like a lot of people just spoke about it, and I was like, it's pretty cool, and the amount of things what kind of control you have over the system is just amazing. You can do DXX as dependency. I guess I could. I do still have Windows as a dual boot, but I haven't booted into it in over like 4 months or so since I switched to Arch. So, yeah. How you can be game dev and use Linux? I mean, it's I do game dev on the low level, and I think that's still fine. I have tried. What was it I tried opening once? I don't remember. I haven't really tried of the game engines any like a lot recently. On Linux I haven't tried it at all. But you can use like different, like Raylib is pretty easy, and SFML I have also understood it works quite good. So you can still do stuff. I did C# with DX11 on Linux a while ago for I think you mean Curse project. DX11 to Vulkan, of course, but with DX API. Are you on X11 or Wayland? I'm on Wayland. I had X11 first, but then I figured that Wayland is just trying to be more modern, so I switched to it. Using Hyperland. Why are you using VS Code though? I see you're using TWM, but VS Code. I don't know. VS Code is kind of nice. I like the extensions that it provides. And I don't really have a big use to... I was thinking of using NeoVim. I have it installed, but I don't find the features as beneficial as VS Code provides yet, so I don't see the need for... Like, I don't use Arch Linux to rise up my setup. I use Arch Linux out of the minimalistic style of not having anything extra, and just like... You can also see in my simple like setup, it's not anything like stylish, it's just like I just want it fast and simple, and yeah, I guess NeoVim would be perfect also for that. But I find that VS Code provides me with just better features that I use. Maybe someday I will. I think I will switch someday, but I don't see that happening yet. So you know the main issue for Wayland? Actually, I don't know. I just have a lot of times I have to set up a lot of environment variables or change them before I start an application to get stuff working, but yeah, it's fine. To be fair, Arch, the defaults are one of the saner set of defaults between distros, not like package installed by default, but the configs. Yeah. I have a friend who uses Gentoo, and I've been kind of curious about that one as well. And then another one who uses NixOS, which NixOS seems also really nice. But I don't know. I don't feel like switching. I probably won't switch unless if there's like a crystal clear reason to do it. Else I won't switch. I wonder. I think I will just join these ones like this and just reuse them up here. Well, now I'm doing it completely wrong, am I not? Because I don't want this one to be an undefined. It's fine, we'll take this from here. And we'll just call it vertex buffer. Var vertex buffer. Like so. This one is still fine to be like this. Wait, oh Jesus, a lot of... You can't play games properly on Wayland because of the double buffering, and there is no way to disable double buffering at all. So even Valve has to write its own compositor to use art on Steam Deck. Ah, yeah. Well, honestly, I don't play many games, and if I do play, usually they have just worked out. Like, I don't know. I haven't had issues playing games if I play games. So far. But I haven't played many games since I switched to Arch. Generally it's cool if you don't mind recompiling a lot of, or have a build server, yeah. My question is kind of weird, so I'll explain a bit. I've been using VS Code since like 2018 and only recently migrated to Emacs with Vim mode. Doom, Emacs, Google it up. I used it for like 6 to 8 months, almost zero customizations out of the box. Then I've tried NeoVim, LazyVim distro, CellyJ, and I just fallen in love. LazyVim comes 100% IDE ready out of the box with LSP language support, etc. Yes, I tried LazyVim, but for me it was still like, I don't know. The biggest thing I like about like VS Code is, I don't know, LSP was kind of hard to set up for SIG on Vim, so that's why I didn't like it kind of. But also the multi-line cursor of just being able to easily edit. And another feature I like with VS Code is just the F2 of renaming everything that has this, yeah, renaming. But what is Doom Emacs? Nixo is the only wait, sorry. Nixo is only complaint I really have after trying it, mostly in a Vim, fixing shit for friends that use it, is that there is nothing in the base configurator. Arch with base and base devel gives you wget, a working compiler, xd, many other utilities. They are not much in size, like less than 100 mega, but they are helpful as all. And Nixos just doesn't bundle any of them, so I mostly was infuriated that I had to add them all separately. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Oh my god, I didn't think about that. Well, I haven't used NixOS or installed it, so but damn. I believe double roots can do that with tiering, but it isn't common across compositors that I can agree on. Okay. No, nothing can do it. The thing is, there is only a single DRM master by design, so you need to stop Wayland and run something else. By the way, Valve actually open sourced its compositor. Ah, okay. Compositor, yeah. Well, yeah, Gamescope is open source. Do you mind to rate my side project? No, I guess you can show. I work as backend dev, and now I do like 9% of my work in CellyJ terminalization. Tab for code, NeoVim, tab for AI agent, open code, plus tab for LazyGit, tab for another NeoVim instance for SQL. That bod plugin, never heard. That's what makes it so magical for me. Everything is like one key press away. That's just experience it, and that's just my experience. If VS Code works for you, that's okay. I stopped caring about my OS entirely. I'm using Fedora's Way Edition with almost default configs. Yeah. No, like at the moment I see like I feel like I get more limited by using other editors than VS Code, but I think it will come a time. I definitely feel like there's a potential to switch, especially for NeoVim or something like that. Helix I have also wanna try, but I'm not there yet. So, but at some point. Let's see. Like, honestly, I had to talk a bit this with a friend, and the steering stuff is where you use extra DRM shit with flags that none one of us has heard about. Oh, so I need to pass Nightbot to check out the project. Please open YouTube and search for lab. Yes, okay, wait. I think I can. I should be able. Message open YouTube. I should be able to. There. No? Well, I can just try to. Is this you? Yes. And you have like a Steam Deck? Video delay with Lab Connect, Steam Deck. You mean latest, right? So we just okay. So wait, have you just connected the Steam Deck to like a PC? Like, I'm actually a little bit confused, but yeah, it is one PC connected to laptop. Okay. Okay. That's cool. Wait, but have you like and then laptop is used as a lap dock. Okay. Okay, I see. Do you think it's make any worse? I think should probably ask somebody who maybe plays maybe more on the, like using these things. Like, I haven't played on like the Steam Deck. I have only played ever through computer. So I don't understand like the problem that you're trying to solve, so to speak, because I don't have it. You have to ask somebody who would feel that pain and if it would be worth it, because that's the person you need to talk to, not me. Wait, somebody said check out Doom Emacs. It's pretty interesting. I think it's a great competitor to NeoVim, maybe even better because there is like a shit ton of plugins available, even Helix mode, lol. I think it's also has Sig mode with ZLS. Oh, really? Also said it's pretty interesting as a non-terminator. Okay. I mean, the idea is you can buy a micro PC and upgrade your laptop. I think, who is this person meant for? Because for me, it sounds like more setup than just buying a PC. So depending on like, what's the convenience here? Like, why is it beneficial compared to just getting a PC? I guess like there's probably a person that would be like, obviously people have the Steam Deck, but like, I don't even know why people have the Steam Deck, to be honest. Wait, let me just, the Doom Emacs, I wanted to check that real quick. I'm just going to go through images and see. Can I see through images, bro? How it looks? I'm not a big fan on Emacs though, to be honest. I don't like Emacs. I have tried it. Well, I haven't given it a fair try. I have probably gone around it for an hour, but that's about it. And I did not like Emacs. Because you have Intel 13th Micro 4 5600. Do you have any opinion about Golang? I haven't tried Golang, honestly. And the laptop with the same specs will cost you 200 plus. Yeah, okay, I mean in that case, or 2,000 plus. But don't you still get a decently good computer for just 600 or? Like, as somebody who just wanna play games, you probably just want, well, you want great performance for as good price as possible, but it also like depends like how convenient, and a normal PC you can use for more than just gaming, right? But it's like, I guess the Steam Deck is just easy to carry around, but also the thing is like doesn't have a big setup normally. But now with what you're trying to do, I assume would have a little bit larger setup. Assuming that. I don't know. But yeah, Golang. I haven't tried Golang. Should maybe try that someday. But I'm all in on Sig right now. Like, Sig is so damn beautiful. Okay, well, in some cases I'm just like, why can't we just use C for this? Like, that's why I refuse to use like a lot of these things. I just use pure the C function. C. Well, we use a C library, so I just call this pure C function. Well, we do call it pure C functions, and we use the C macros and or defines for stuff because I just like C a lot. And one thing I don't dislike with Sig is that you can't just you do C, what are they called, pointer arithmetics, and what is it called? Well, basically pointer casting is also awful here, but it's fine. You know, I think it's someday they will fix it and make it look more like C. That I hope. People carry laptops anyways. Yeah, I have a laptop to school as well. So if you have an old laptop, instead of buying a new one, you could buy a micro PC that can fit in your pocket and use using Lab Connect. You can use this micro PC as it was a native hardware of your laptop. Yes. I guess that could be fine too. Damn, I have already been live for 2 hours. Jesus, I was expecting to maybe be 1.5, but we're already at 2. Damn. Okay. Wait, where was I? Right, we have to switch a bunch of these around. I think I actually might continue tomorrow. We will continue from there. I'm so close to actually having the thing to draw mesh. Well, except for this part. Okay, we'll try a little bit better. Just a little bit. Tomorrow ain't going anywhere. Then I want to access the vertex buffer, so we can do this. And then we will have a new, this thing. I think I would declare all of this at the top. We have to do a try here. And now this could also be switched around a little bit. Hello, who joined?
Hello.
Oh, it's Anti. Hello.
Yes, it is. Hello, chat. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Yeah, I think they are. We're talking about.
You too, Lucas.
Oh, thank you. You too, Anti.
Thank you.
To be fair, cool idea, but it kind of removes all the convenience of a laptop. If you use your laptop as a DTR, then sure, but otherwise it's something. Either way, Vulkaning. Yes. What is DTR? I don't know what a DTR either is, to be honest. Let's see. Then we can do this one. And then we'll do the index buffer now, which will be the same basically as this, but we'll just call it index buffer. And then we can do that, and then we can do this, and then we can do that, and bam! We should be pretty damn happy with that, except for that we won't be... Then we can just call it vertex buffer index buffer, and then here index buffer vertex buffer, and then vertex, like so. And why do you think it removes the convenience of a laptop? Micro PC nowadays are quite small, so you can't carry it at the same like DTR desktop replacement. Well, yeah, but there's extra stuff to carry, a power supply cable extra. I know it's small, so if you have to occasionally grab it, it should be just fine. But if you have constantly move it or use it on the go, get a bit messier, yeah. The final device will embed all cables, and it actually takes the power from the laptop to be yeah, but I mean, if you charge your laptop at the same time, I mean, if you have if you're having like, let's say, well, a gaming laptop, an old laptop, I don't know, but a gaming laptop, you kind of need to charge it all the time while you're playing, right? Or am I wrong? Back to the pipeline. I forgot what I was supposed to do. We're over here somewhere, right? Here we are. So now we should have. We're gonna do this. So we're basically working this. Now we want to take the address of this thing. That thing. Bam. And then we will also have this thing, which will just make a and set matrix. I don't remember. Was it F32? And then identity? Yes, like so. And then we have that. And then push constant vk.c vk command push constant. And I think this is command buffer, not the one that I'm using to, yes. Like so. Man, buffer. Hello, Mr. Magoo. In this direction you are right, but many people do not have desktops, but good luck in executing it anyway. My preference is a combo of low-end-ish laptop and higher. Okay, I'm assuming you're a game dev too. Yeah. Yeah, very interesting.
So Lucas, how far did you come? Like, I didn't really watch your streams in the last days because I was busy and, like, you know, I like the videos.
Ah, yeah. Are you asking about the live stream or the next video?
Oh, like in general, both, I guess.
Okay, well, for the wait, hold on. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
For the live streams, it's going quite well. I will soon show maybe having a mesh render up. And for the video, actually, I'm hoping to get it up by Christmas. The next video,
God.
and
wasn't like planned last month.
Yeah, but it's like it's actually going quite well. I think it's funny and it's great, and it's actually like I think even people who don't know about Vulkan or OpenXR will be able to watch it and understand the concepts that I'm trying to talk about.
So is it about your current live streams, or is it about the one you already had like 2 months ago?
It's
like
the
last project.
Yeah, it's the Wallenstein.
Yeah, sure.
Working on an AOS from scratch right now. That's awesome. I was thinking about doing an OS. Thanks for your opinions though. Thanks guys, enjoy your evening. You too, enjoy, and hope it goes well with your idea. I think it probably will.
Also guys, I didn't really quite introduce myself. I'm NT, I'm a cat sometimes. Yes, meow or some shit. I currently work on core utils written in SIG, and it broke my brain so far because SIG is just yes.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. Wrote yesterday a cat to read files, right? And well, let's just say arguments are certainly something, and opening a file and reading a file is certainly something as well.
Yeah, but I think it's still like cleaner, isn't it? Like flags, what are flags?
It is okay, to be fair. I think it could be less. But like at the beginning I was like, yeah, let's make it working for Windows as well, but I might just use Unix because it will open many doors that I don't have on Windows so far, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I'm working on Unix systems anyway, so like Mac OS and Linux, so I don't really care about Windows anymore right now.
Okay. You're getting converted,
Converted? No, I was always a Linux guy. And for laptops, I loved Mac, but never could afford it. Now that I have a MacBook, and probably will buy a M5 when I someday get the cash for it, because it's expensive.
Okay.
Yeah. I might consider it. Not sure yet.
Yeah, sounds good. I'm highly doubting this will work because the way I have set up the staging buffer is just awful. But you know, it's alright.
Buffers. Yeah. Maybe loved.
Wait, is this actually just? Hold on, what? My brain just died. Yeah.
Also, the codebase is getting quite large, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot.
Yeah, but also this will be definitely like split into like 1/4 of the actual code that's here. It's just me trying to understand like how this Vulkan guy does stuff, because I haven't followed this one. This is more modern, and it's using a lot of stuff that I had never seen in Vulkan before. Well, I'm not that experienced, to be honest, so no surprise there. But
yeah,
still, like, I'm like, whoa, like, for example, Vulkan. Well, I don't know if it's a modern thing, maybe compared to what I used to do. It's using the Vulkan memory allocator, which is, it's not Vulkan's own thing. I think it's from AMD, but it does make a lot of things easier when it comes to like these GPU memory to transfer stuff from there or into it, basically. So that in that sense, it's really nice, but it's also a different setup, kind of. But it's still better. And then the dynamic rendering, I have used the frame, buffer frame, and render pass subpasses before. Subpasses slightly, not much, but and now you just use dynamic rendering, which is still like you have the same idea kind of, but it's not the same setup. So it's also a bit different. And they have, I kind of like more the old version, the old tutorial that I followed, than this one, even when it comes to the general setup and the architecture or the structure of the project. But it's fine, you know.
Yeah.
Let's see, man, buffer, and I bound the right pipeline. Yeah. No, because I'm gonna make it into a hot reloading thing, so that's why this file will be just basically functions and init and dinit. And then it will go to different places inside of the system to call the drawing. This should be it. Probably won't run. Yep. Let's see, local variables never mutated. Sig. In mesh.sig, let's see here, they're never mutated. Well, I guess they don't have to be, because I just need to store them after I have initialized them. And then we have yeah, what the fuck is that? But I use, oh, what the fuck, bro. Do I need VK anywhere for any reason? I don't think I need it. Kind of funny though that, okay, wait, I need it for that thing, that's why. Let's see, what else do we have? Expected sig render 77. Expected struct device found. Okay, so it just wants the actual device. Wait, I think I don't want that. I think I actually want the Vulkan device. Yeah, I'm gonna need the actual device, so that's why I need also VK in here. And it should complain, but it doesn't. Let's find out why. Expected mem struct found Vulkan VMA. What? Render, let's see. That's a bit interesting. That should be correct. Expected VK main found Vulkan VMA. Right. Because I named it so good. And then here. Coherent, I should be able to make it to a. How do I make it to a slice? I forgot. Wasn't it just. Bro. There is a way
also,
to.
Lucas, how is math and physics doing?
They're alright. I think I will pass physics. Maths I have to take a new exam, but it's alright, you know.
Because you don't really tell us much about it lately, so like.
It's okay. I think it's alright. I think so. So yeah, expected I found. Wow, my read is fucked again. Yo, fast read. Pointer cast discards const qualities. Well, that's a. Can I just?
I personally wish SIG would have had better documentation, not gonna lie.
I think they have pretty good. Like, you can read the source code as it is, and that should be pretty good
Yeah,
too.
like. Yeah, true.
Okay, so that's fine. So it's just that there's Oopsie daisy. Right. Just realized that. Wait, but that should still be included in the. How the fuck do they go about it if they just? Init mesh pipeline. And then you just pass in the vertices. Oh, the push constant then contains. Yeah. Okay. In that case. Really? No, that doesn't make any freaking sense, bro. What the fuck? Okay, I know how to fix this. I'm just gonna do this. Missing struct field normal. What? Did they initialize these values? I guess they just have them as 0. So I'm just gonna do a what is it called? Scale? What is it? Splat 0. Yeah, now it's fine. Error union. Right, I don't have, which is funny. Expected 1 argument found 4. How the fuck is that possible? Nah, there is definitely 4 here. Is there another D in it? Well, there isn't a D in it for sure, but... Oh, it doesn't understand that I'm talking about this thing. What? That's funny. Oh yeah, because I'm not saying dot. Blah. Alright, let's see. That's interesting. That should be fine. Let's see, why is it not fine? Type const, push the const. That should be fine. This is for structure. Right, this is probably one of those where you also have to do it outside. Oh, why? No, I should be able to do... Hold on. I should be able to do this, and then go like this. Yeah. Geometry shader, bro, that thing should not even exist anymore. I don't even use this thing anywhere. Do I? Nah, I don't have one. Let's get rid of it. Just makes things confusing. Expected C. Right. Like so. And identity found. Right, this is actually my fault. This should be a matrix and... Right, that should be a matrix, yeah. Oh, what? I need it to be a matrix. Why can I not pass it? Because if I don't allow it to be... This is gonna be so pain if I don't have it like that. Ah, we're gonna see a lot of funky behavior, but that's okay. Let's see. In buffer.sig. Expected found. So I got these two flipped. Expected mem struct create info found. Buffer create info, allocation create info. Wait, no. This should definitely be it. Am I just passing the wrong? Is this supposed to be a VMA? No, wait, did I actually fuck that up? No, buffer create info and then buffer info on the first VMA create buffer. I do pass the right thing, wait. It should be an allocator, that's correct. And then this one should be a buffer create info, Vulkan. Why is it then complaining that it's something else than it expected? A memory. Oh, it's actually once. It doesn't understand that they are the same thing. This one is just from Vulkan, memory allocator. But I guess that's fine. I can just change it to be this. Yeah. And then void does not support structure. Right. This one should be a this. Like so. And then we have expected Vulkan mesh found. Right. Mesh 31 shake. And because this one doesn't have, this one does have. Wait, hold on. Expected mesh found. Blah 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 blah. Wait, am I missing just the exclamation mark? Oh, fuck no. No, I do have it here. Why is it not? Oh, it's expecting them. My brain is right now not braining. Why was it expecting a... This is not a mesh, this is just a buffer. A buffer comes from this thing over here. Alright? Why does it assume that this is a mesh? Expected type Vulkan mesh. Why is it expecting a mesh? It should be expecting a buffer. Maybe I'm just getting too tired right now. Expected type. Now it's expecting a Vulkan buffer. Now it's expecting a Vulkan mesh. Am I just that tired? Like what? A try should not change the type that it's, well, except for the error type. Maybe I just need sleep. Maybe I just need sleep. Expected? Why are you expecting a mesh? That makes no sense. Unless if I'm returning a mesh? No, I'm not. Let me just try this. Okay, I actually have no idea why. What? It even says that it's returning a buffer. But, no, that makes sense. But why? I even have a buffer here and then it says that it's expecting a mesh. Expected Vulkan mesh found. Return error union. What? What? No, that can't be. That's so weird. What? Let me just do this real quick. I mean, if... You can try this a bit differently. What if I just... I cannot understand. Why would it assume that would be a freaking mesh? It's not. It's a buffer. Why? Why? That's so damn crazy. I cannot understand. Why would it assume a mesh? It's not even a mesh. It is a freaking buffer. Why? How? I cannot be more explicit telling you that it's a buffer than it is. What the fuck? What am I actually returning? The init. Oh. No, I'm returning this, so I don't understand why it's assuming a mesh. I don't know. I think that's gonna be it. Good night, everybody. I'm gonna go sleep and continue again tomorrow. I'm gonna hit legs tomorrow because apparently I don't have a lecture tomorrow. So I'm gonna go to a gym instead. Alright. That will be it. Tomorrow we'll get that mesh. I'm too tired to figure this out now. Bye bye.